Hold up. You need to hear this right now. You think you can read attraction? You think you know when she's into you? Here's the brutal truth. You're probably missing the most obvious sign staring you right in the face. And it's costing you opportunities every single day. What I'm about to show you isn't based on pickup artist BS. This is pure behavioral science. Let's dive in. But before we break down these 9 psychological signals, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button right now. Why? Because we're about to decode female attraction using actual neuroscience and evolutionary psychology. This channel gives you the raw, unfiltered truth about human behavior. No fluff, no games, just data. Now let's get into it. Here's what most guys don't understand. Women can control what they say. They can control their words, their stories, even their smiles. But here's what they can't control: their nervous system. When genuine attraction hits, her body releases a chemical cocktail: dopamine, norepinephrine, oxytocin. This flood triggers physical responses she's completely unaware of. We're not talking about surface level, is she twirling her hair? Nonsense. We're going deeper. We're looking at autonomic responses, the things her conscious mind can't fake. Today, I'm breaking down 9 scientifically backed indicators that reveal true arousal, and I'm explaining the evolutionary psychology behind each one, so you'll never misread these signals again. First up, the eyes. You've heard eyes don't lie, right? There's actual neuroscience backing that up. When a woman looks at something or someone that triggers attraction, her pupils dilate. This is called mydriasis. Here's how it works. Your pupils have 2 muscle groups. One contracts them in bright light, the other expands them in darkness. But here's the kicker. When her brain perceives high-value genetics standing in front of her, it overrides the light response. Her pupils expand regardless of the lighting conditions. Why? Because her brain is screaming, gather more visual data on this person. So picture this. You're in a well-lit coffee shop or a bar with decent lighting. You're talking to her, and you notice her pupils look huge, almost black, barely showing her iris color. That's not the lighting. That's biology. Her brain is literally trying to consume more of your image. But there's more. Look for what I call the arousal gaze. Her eyelids start to droop slightly. She's not tired. Her facial muscles are relaxing because her body's entering a pleasure state. Most guys misread this as boredom and bail out. Don't make that mistake. If she's holding that heavy-lidded eye contact for more than 3 seconds without looking away, she's locked in on you. Now let's talk about what her hands are doing. You're having a conversation, and suddenly she starts adjusting her hair, smoothing her dress, touching her necklace. A lot of guys think she's nervous or distracted. Wrong. This is called preening behavior, and it comes straight from evolutionary biology. Birds do this. They clean their feathers to look more attractive to potential mates. Humans do the exact same thing. When she's in the presence of someone she views as high value, her self-awareness spikes. She suddenly cares intensely about her appearance. Watch for these specific movements. Running fingers through hair to release natural scent from the scalp, smoothing clothing to highlight her figure, and here's the big one: neck exposure. If she tilts her head while fixing her hair or plays with jewelry near her throat, that's significant. Why? The neck contains the jugular vein. It's the most vulnerable part of the human body. In nature, exposing your neck to a threat means death. But exposing it to a potential partner? That signals trust and submission. She's showing you she feels safe with you. She's inviting you to take the lead. Quick pause. If you're getting value from this breakdown, make sure you're subscribed. We post deep dive psychology content like this every week, and you don't want to miss it. Hit that bell icon too so you get notified. All right, let's keep going. Sign number 3 is all about space. Everyone has what's called a personal bubble, roughly 18 inches to 2 feet around their body. We guard this space carefully. Strangers aren't allowed in. When a woman feels nothing for you, that bubble is reinforced concrete. She maintains distance. If you lean in, she leans back. But when attraction is present, that wall crumbles. She wants you close. Look for the lean. When you're speaking, does she lean her upper body toward you? Are her knees pointed in your direction? If you're sitting at a bar, does her entire body swivel to face you, or just her head? Body orientation matters. If she's pointing at you like a compass, you're her magnetic north. Here's the advanced tell. Barrier removal. Check the table between you. Is there a purse blocking the space? A drink? A menu standing upright? If she's interested, she'll subconsciously move these objects aside. She'll place her purse on the floor, push her glass to the side. Her reptilian brain is clearing a direct path between her body and yours. Then comes the touch test. Maybe her knee grazes yours under the table. Her arm brushes against you while walking. Pay close attention to her reaction. A woman who's not interested immediately pulls back and apologizes. But a woman experiencing attraction? She lets it linger. Her leg stays pressed against yours. She doesn't create distance. Why? Because physical contact releases dopamine. She's getting a chemical reward from your skin touching hers. This is haptic communication, touch as language. She's asking without words. Are you confident enough to reciprocate? If you pull away, you're signaling rejection. Hold your ground. If she presses, you press back. That's the dialogue. Stop focusing only on what she's saying. Start listening to how she's saying it. When arousal kicks in, her voice physically changes. The vocal cords relax, and her pitch drops to a lower register. This is the bedroom voice. Breathy, slower, textured. You might hear vocal fry, that creaky vibration at the end of sentences. If she sounds like she just woke up even though it's evening, that's not fatigue. That's intimacy mode. She's no longer projecting to the room. She's creating a private sound bubble for just the two of you. And here's what most men completely miss: the comfortable silence. When a woman is nervous or just being polite, she fills every gap with talking. But when sexual tension is present, silence feels electric. If she stops talking, looks at you, and just lets the quiet hang there, she's not uncomfortable. She's waiting. She's enjoying the vibe you're creating. If you panic and start rambling about random topics to fill the void, you're killing the mood. Embrace the pause. Let the tension build. Now we get into micro-expressions, the split-second stuff. You need to be sharp to catch this. It's called the triangular gaze pattern. In normal conversation, eye movement stays in the upper face, left eye to right eye and back. But when desire enters the picture, the pattern shifts. Her eyes move from your eyes down to your mouth, then back up to your eyes. Trace that movement. It forms a triangle. Why does this happen? Because her brain goes where the desire is. She's unconsciously examining your lips because she's visualizing what it would feel like to kiss you. She's studying the structure of your mouth. Watch for the lip response too. When aroused, blood flow increases to the lips, making them more sensitive. You might see her lick her lips to cool them down or bite her lower lip while you're talking. That lip bite, that's her physically trying to suppress the energy she's feeling. If you see her eyes drop to your lips and she bites her own lip, stop talking. The signal has been sent loud and clear. By the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. We're about to cover the final 3 signs, and they're the most powerful ones. Don't miss out. Sign 7 is about synchronization. Humans are social creatures. We unconsciously sync up with people we like. When deep attraction is present, she'll mirror your body language. If you lean back and cross your arms, watch what happens within 30 seconds. She'll likely do something similar. You take a sip of your drink, she reaches for hers. She's trying to get on your wavelength. She wants to feel what you're feeling. But here's the expert level tell. Watch her breathing. This is subtle, but it's the ultimate indicator. If you're close enough to observe, check her respiration rate. Is she breathing in sync with you? That's deep rapport. More importantly, look for the arousal breath. When we're sexually stimulated, heart rate increases, mimicking fight or flight. If she's sitting still, but her breathing becomes shallow and rapid. If you see her chest rising and falling faster than normal, her body is preparing for physical activity. She's literally experiencing a physiological response to your presence like it's a stimulant. Here's one that hides in plain sight. Watch what her hands do with objects. When a woman is experiencing high arousal, her mind is flooded with thoughts of physical contact. But she's in a social setting. She can't act on those impulses directly. So her brain redirects that energy. Is she holding a wine glass and stroking the stem up and down? Running her finger around the rim repeatedly? Playing with a straw? Moving it in and out? This is called displacement activity. She's treating the object the way her subconscious wants to treat you. rhythmic, repetitive motion that mimics intimacy. She might be staring at you with dilated pupils, zoned out, while her hands unconsciously act out what's on her mind. Once you see this pattern, you can't unsee it. It's a clear broadcast that mentally, she's already moved past conversation. The final major sign is one you absolutely cannot fake: the flush. When sexual arousal hits, blood pressure rises and heart rate increases. To regulate internal heat, the body opens capillaries near the skin's surface. This creates a visible pink or reddish flush, usually starting on the chest and creeping up the neck to the cheeks. It looks like blushing, but it's not embarrassment. It's literal heat. Her metabolic rate has spiked because her body is preparing for mating. You might notice her fanning herself, saying, "Is it hot in here?" or pulling hair off her neck to cool down, even though the AC is running. If you see that flush on her chest and she's trying to cool off while looking at you, that's a biological green light. Her body is physically overheating in response to you. Bonus sign: watch the departure. A woman who felt nothing views the end as an escape. Keys ready, feet pointed toward the exit, quick side hug, gone. But a woman who's been aroused doesn't want to break the connection. She stalls. Suddenly remembers another story. Pulls out her phone to show you something, forcing you to lean close one more time. She's manufacturing reasons to stay in your presence. And the final test? The goodbye hug. A friendly hug is shoulders only, hips pulled back, the A-frame. But an aroused hug is full body contact. She wraps her arms around your neck or lower back, presses her torso against yours, and holds it a beat longer than necessary. She might take a deep breath, inhaling your scent. That hesitation to let go is her asking you not to let go. If you feel that full body press and extended hold, don't just walk away. That's your window. Look, understanding these signals isn't about manipulation. It's about clarity. Most men walk through life confused by mixed signals, getting friend-zoned, and missing genuine interest because they're waiting for a written invitation. Biology doesn't send invitations. It speaks through dilated pupils, flushed skin, and lingering touches. Now that you know this, you're no longer operating blind. You see what's actually happening. If you want more breakdowns like this, real psychology, real science, no BS, you need to subscribe right now. Turn on notifications and drop a comment telling me which sign you've missed in the past. Let's learn together. Stop guessing. Start knowing. I'll see you in the next one.